Hi Stampers! Today I'm going to show you how to make these cute trees. What I did is I used scraps of cardstock and my designer series paper. This is the Season of Style to create this cute little Christmas card. Okay, first of all, I had gathered all my scraps of my designer series paper together and I cut them into 1/2 inch strips as you see here. And I kind of lay them out so that I have the front and the back side together on them. And as you can see, you can use the smallest of pieces for this. So I went ahead and I cut myself some strips, and then I'm going into my little container here of scraps. It doesn't matter what color you use for the background. I'm going to actually pick a real small piece. I'm going to show you 2 samples, and then this piece also. Like I said, it doesn't matter what color you use for your background. So what I'm going to do is kind of take a look at this and decide how skinny I want my trees. As you see, these are pretty skinny and they came from 1 piece of cardstock. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and cut from this corner to the opposite corner with my paper snips. Now they don't have to be exact. As you can see, one side's a little bit straighter than the other. Well, you really don't notice it on this card, but this edge is straighter because my first intent was I wanted a Christmas tree this way and then a Christmas tree this way. And then I thought, no, it doesn't really look like a tree, so I brought them out a little bit. So as you can see, I've got the smallest of papers here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my snail, and I'm going to cover this cardstock with snail. And you're going to see that this is so simple to create. Then starting with my longer pieces, that's how I determine what designer series paper is going to go where. I just lay it out. No rhyme or reason here to how it goes. I like a lot of pattern, so I'm going to do that like that. Then let's see, well, let's do a green one. Getting too much red. You just want to make sure when you do these that you go over the outside edge with your paper. Oh, well, let's do a polka dot here. Like I said, there's no rhyme or reason to how I lay it out. I just butt them up next to one another. And I will try to keep it so there's not much overhang on both sides, because I can use this piece on another piece, believe it or not. And yeah, I'm frugal like that. I don't like to waste. I like to try to find ways to use up scraps of cardstock, of designer series paper. If you've ever taken any of my classes, you know that I always have a use for those scraps that we have also. Okay, this little piece here. And, oh, let's see. That's the back side of that one. I guess we'll end with a stripe. You're not going to see this stripe a whole lot, but I do like to cover it to the tip. Okay, and then you're going to push firmly so your designer series paper is stuck to that. And as you can see on the tip, it's not too sticky. Let's see if I can get this other side to stick a little bit here. I may need to put a little bit more snail there. Then I flip this over and I just take my paper snips and I trim off my designer series paper. Now the one side is going to have pieces that aren't really going to be usable at all, but on this other side I will have quite a few pieces that I'm going to be able to use again. And let's see, you can see that you can use a lot of your scraps up this way. Another thing you can do is, if you have a scrap piece of paper, cardstock, you can do your strips of paper on it and then use a punch. But oops, where's the camera? There we go. So that's the tree. Then what you would do is you would go ahead and put it on your card. You can trim it down if you want. Put a little rhinestone at the top. Now I'm going to show you another way that you could do, if you want your trees matching. This is another real quick tip here. I'm not going to do the entire thing on camera because I did not cut enough designer series paper for this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover, sticky, sticky, sticky. I'm going to cover my entire piece with, like I said, the designer series paper. And you will find this one in our holiday catalog. It's the Season of Style. It's one of my favorite ones out of there. So what you would do is you would continue to cover this all up. Then you would go ahead and take your paper snips, and once again you could trim it down on each side, or you could even take your paper trimmer since it's a long plan. Then what you're going to do is you're going to cut it, instead of cutting it first before you put the designer series paper on it, you're going to do it afterwards. So you're going to cut from corner to corner, just like that. Okay, so then you would end up with two trees, and they would be the opposite. Okay, well that's the tips for today. I'll see you again soon. Be sure to go to judistamps.com to make your online purchases, and if you have any questions about anything you've seen in this video. Thank you again. Bye-bye till next time.